Imagine walking on a beach covered in more plastic than sand. The once pristine shores where families used to build sandcastles and children played are now littered with plastic bottles, bags, and other debris. It's a heartbreaking sight, and unfortunately it's becoming more common around the world. The sad truth? That's becoming our reality. Beaches that were once havens of natural beauty are now turning into dumping grounds for our waste. The problem is not just limited to a few isolated areas, it's a global crisis that affects every corner of our planet. Our oceans are choking on plastic. Every year, millions of tons of plastic waste end up in the oceans, carried by rivers, wind, and human negligence. This plastic doesn't just disappear, it breaks down into smaller pieces, known as microplastics, which are even more insidious. From the tiniest plankton to the largest whales, every marine creature is affected. These animals mistake plastic for food, leading to ingestion and often death. Sea turtles, for example, confuse plastic bags for jellyfish, one of their favorite foods. Birds, fish, and even whales are found with stomachs full of plastic, unable to digest or expel it. Over 100,000 marine animals die each year from plastic entanglement alone. This includes seals, dolphins, and other creatures that get caught in discarded fishing nets, six-pack rings, and other debris. The suffering these animals endure is unimaginable, and it's all because of our careless disposal of plastic. But it's not just the animals who suffer. Human communities, especially those that rely on fishing and tourism, are also feeling the impact. Polluted waters lead to a decline in fish populations, affecting livelihoods and food security. Coastal areas that once thrived on tourism now struggle as visitors are deterred by the sight of polluted beaches. Microplastics have entered our food chain, showing up in the fish we eat and even the water we drink. Studies have found microplastics in seafood, table salt, and even bottled water. The long-term health effects of consuming microplastics are still unknown, but the potential risks are alarming. Scientists predict that by 2050 there will be more plastic in the ocean than fish. This stark prediction highlights the urgency of the situation. If we continue on our current path, the oceans will become uninhabitable for marine life, and the consequences for our planet will be dire. It's not too late to make a change. Each of us has a role to play in combating this crisis. By making small changes in our daily lives, we can collectively make a significant impact. Simple actions like reducing single-use plastics, participating in beach cleanups, and being mindful of our consumption can go a long way. Simple actions like reducing single-use plastics, participating in beach cleanups, and supporting environmental policies can make a huge difference. When we choose reusable bags, bottles, and containers, we reduce the amount of plastic waste that ends up in the environment. Beach cleanups not only remove existing waste, but also raise awareness about the issue. Supporting environmental policies is crucial. Governments and organizations around the world are implementing measures to reduce plastic pollution, such as banning single-use plastics, improving waste management systems, and promoting recycling. By advocating for and supporting these policies, we can drive systemic change. Our oceans are a lifeline for our planet. They produce over half of the world's oxygen and regulate our climate. A healthy ocean ecosystem supports a diverse range of marine life, which in turn supports human life. The beauty and biodiversity of our oceans are treasures worth protecting. They produce over half of the world's oxygen and regulate our climate. Phytoplankton, tiny plant-like organisms in the ocean, are responsible for a significant portion of the oxygen we breathe. The oceans also absorb carbon dioxide, helping to mitigate the effects of climate change. Without healthy oceans, our planet's ability to sustain life would be severely compromised. The health of our oceans directly impacts our own well-being. Clean oceans mean healthier fish and seafood, which are important sources of nutrition for millions of people. Recreational activities like swimming, diving, and surfing are also dependent on clean, safe waters. Our physical and mental health benefits from spending time in and around the ocean. Let's act now before it's too late. The time to take action is now. We must come together as a global community to address this crisis. By raising awareness, educating others, and making conscious choices, we can turn the tide on plastic pollution. Every effort counts, no matter how small. The future of our oceans and our planet depends on us. We owe it to future generations to leave behind a world where they can enjoy clean beaches, vibrant marine life, and healthy oceans. The choices we make today will determine the state of our planet tomorrow. Let's work together to protect our oceans and ensure a sustainable future for all.